Hi there, this is Frank Klesitz with Vyral Marketing, CEO, and on our show today on the Database Marketing Hangout, you're going to meet Mr. Alaska. Not Mr. Alaska, the bodybuilder, I'm sure he could be, but Mr. Alaska, the real estate agent. Literally, that's his email address, right, Wes, Mr. Alaska?
I need to buy that right now. I need to go on GoDaddy and buy that. Shoot, now you let the
But
cat
he sells close to 600 homes a year. I believe it's over 570 some homes
Yeah.
that his team sold last year. He's in Fairbanks, which is like the way north part of Alaska. He's all the way up in the North Pole. And Wes is an overall just great guy. I've known him for a very long time. Has built a very successful real estate business for himself and his team there in Alaska after serving time in the military as a chopper pilot we were talking about before. So on this hangout today, we're going to go specifically into what he does for co-marketing relationships. So with Vyral Marketing, when you work with us, we take all the email addresses that you have, all the contacts that you have, organize them, deduplicate them, put them in one list, and you start publishing educational videos out to that list with 2 educational Q&A messages a month. And then you follow up with the people who watch those videos to hopefully get some business proactively from it instead of waiting for people to contact you. Well, and then on top of that, you keep building your own database by going out and prospecting and meeting people and growing your list. And you keep doing that plan. And that plan, by the way, is the core of what we teach here. If you want a copy of that, it's called the Database Reset. It's how to reconnect with your existing database with video and social media to increase sales. Check it out at thedatabasereset.com. And you can go get that. It's like a 20-page ebook that I wrote. But after you master the art of building your database and getting new contacts, sending out your 2 educational videos a month, and then following up with the people that watch them, so you're in control of that, the question really becomes is how do I get more results? How can I leverage this more? And one of the things I really want to talk more about here at Vyral is the benefit of partnering with other local businesses in the community, especially if you're in real estate, but this can work in any industry, to basically get access to their database and to cross-promote and send customers back and forth. And those relationships will send you lots of residual business over time. And that's what we're going to talk about today with Wes. We're going to specifically kind of dive into the art of co-marketing relationships. But before that, how you doing, Wes?
Doing awesome, man. Thanks for having me, Frank.
Sure. So what I want to talk about first is kind of your decision to get involved with Vyral, your decision to communicate with your database and the problem you saw that you needed to do something. And, you weighed the different options. I want to know ultimately why you chose to send video to your database. Not really Vyral per se, but why did you choose the plan that we teach versus all the other options out there to communicate with your list?
Yeah, I think we connected. I think when you first started, when you first launched Vyral, I saw this guy in Omaha, Nebraska, which immediately caught my attention because that's where I'm from originally, and just kind of admired the entire concept of what you were doing, because I felt like a lot of the emails and stuff that were being sent to database, a lot of the systems that existed at the time were just it felt like I was talking down to my database a little bit instead of really providing value and something maybe a little bit on the entertainment side. Obviously we want to engage, we want our database to engage with us. So and I need it to be easy, and that's where Vyral comes in. It just makes it easy. I can sit here and I can cut a quick 3-minute video. They make me sound and look good and take care of everything else. So I have to applaud the team at Vyral for really adapting to our market and our challenges that we have here. Every market's different, and I think some of the topics that work maybe in San Francisco wouldn't work really well here. Some bleed over, but every market's different, and we've definitely Vyral's definitely allowed me to be able to customize the plan and the topics for my market.
Well, what was pretty unique about you is we needed to figure out, how do we make your messaging work in multiple areas that you serve in Alaska? Alaska's a big place, and you're in many areas, right? It's almost like you're an expansion team within the state of your own team because you service lots of different markets. We have little nuances, all right? When you first sent in your database, how many contacts before us did you have in your database of, say, past clients in Sphere and like legitimate contacts? Do you know what that number might be?
We were at about man, I think we started at about 9,000, and we were at 8,000, 9,000 people in there. And I felt really good about the database because I had kind of protected the database. I didn't dump in a lot of the, we had all these lead management systems out there that were just pouring in contacts, and I would kind of protect the database from putting all those people in, so that I had a very accurate database of people that that I wanted to market to. Well, I think I talked to you and John, and we ended up kind of combining our databases instead and putting them all together. Now I'm upwards of 50,000 people, and that was probably the best thing I ever did, because it's as long as we're validating the information, we're really reaching people. And we're turning business off contacts that if I'd have been doing it the old way, I wouldn't even have had them in my database.
So how many people? So you got to 9,000 past clients in Sphere, and like
yeah, past clients in Sphere, it was around like 4,000. You add on like the rest of the contacts that we had that we knew were local and either property owner.
Pretty darn good, Wes, to have that many people as like legitimate contacts.
Yeah, it was good. I know it was good, and we had a good database marketing plan. But it wasn't until we added in everybody else and really kicked it up a notch that we really started seeing quantifiable results. Like your text email that we sent out, I can't remember what that was, but how many we ended, I think.
It was probably around when the Fed just hiked rates back in December.
Right. Yeah, we launched that out to all those folks, and they were, we got, I want to say it was almost 300 seller valuation leads just off one email. So it was, I came back from the radio show, and I did a radio show on Fridays from 12:30 to 1 called the Madden Report. We talk about real estate in our market, and I came back, and the listing partners were like, "What did you do?" And I was like, What do you mean? And they go, "We just keep getting these leads coming in. We got to like turn this off. What'd you do? What'd you say?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know." And I was like, "Oh, it's Frank's email that I sent out." So
one of the things that Wes is talking about is on the core Vyral Marketing plan of sending out your 2 educational videos a month. Maybe 2-3 times a year, you can send out like a direct offer to your list of like, "Hey, here's why you got to go opt in for this offer right now." And we sent one of those out right around when the Federal Reserve increased rates about the changes in home prices possibly, and maybe what is your home worth. And we drove them right to requesting their free home value report on one of his lead capture websites, and it drove a lot of inquiries over it for them to follow up. So maybe 2-3 times a year we can send those out, and you can Google, if you're in real estate, the magical seller lead generation email. Just type that right into Google, magical seller lead generation email, and you'll kind of see exactly what that looks like. It's a simple plain text email that drives results. But I want to go back a little bit farther, Wes. How in the world did you get to 9,000 contacts? So like, how long were you in real estate before? Like, how long have you been selling real estate?
I got in like 2006. I was getting out of the Army, and thought I kind of, like everybody, fell into real estate and started getting into it. And I'm just when I size myself up, my style up against everybody else, I'm a soldier. I'm coachable. I've always been an athlete. I got a business coach really early on, and he said, your database is one of the assets of your company. People, systems, culture, and your database. Those are kind of the 4 key assets of your business. And I said, okay, well, this is probably pretty important that I build this database. And I'm a relationship guy. I'm in this because of the relationships that I'm in this because I want to run a successful business helping people. I used to help people with a helicopter. Now I'm helping people with real estate, and I want it to be an amazing experience. I feel like that just grows the more you, I'm not Michael Maher by any means, but I enjoy relationship marketing. I think that's kind of what I really get a kick out of. I want, because I think it starts becoming viral, for lack of a better term, and the support that you start gaining. If you're listening to this and you're dominating your market, or if you're in a smaller market, there's plenty of haters. There's plenty of, your competition's always looking to tear you down. And so I really wanted to create this army of people who knew what we were about, who understood what our focus is, and that our mission was pure. And I wanted people out there defending our honor. And I think we've kind of done that with some of the things that we've done here.
So you basically acquired 9,000 legitimate contacts in your database over the course of, you hired us Well, yeah. I mean, just kind of you work with us and then you're back with us now.
Yep.
9,000 at what point? What year was that?
That was up until, well, I was up, gosh, that was, it's been what, a little over a year now, 2 years ago. I mean,
Okay.
yeah. And you know, I didn't do anything other than I had all these contacts that I could vet and had solid contact information that I hadn't yet transacted business with, and I didn't really know what the status was. You know, in like our Boomtown account and even in our main website's back end, I wasn't letting those filter into our I use Salesforce as our CRM, our main CRM platform, and now I run everything through there. So, and here's the other thing too, is Salesforce has allowed me, and whether it's top producer or anything, but I can segment out the email lists that I want, or, you know, based on the parameters that I set up for that. So I can really target, like, you know, whether or not they're a local contact, or if they're all contacts, or if they're a military contact, or, you know, or whatever. I mean, you can, you know, the more accurate your database is, I think the more segmented you can be with.
I think you're one of the very few real estate agents I've ever met that knows or uses Salesforce, which is one of the most powerful industry-leading contact management systems in the world. And you run all of your systems through that. So it gives you a huge up advantage of segmenting and organizing. I mean, you just want to maybe share a little of the work that went into getting Salesforce up and running in your business?
Yeah, it was a lot of work, you know, and I've had people ask me, you know, hey, you know, I think I want to do Salesforce, and they're like a team of 5 people. And I go, listen, it's not, you know, it's a beast. Salesforce is a base. And the nice thing about Salesforce is there's so many things that can attach to it. There's so many things you can do with it. But I honestly have a staff member that's almost, it's about 80% of her full-time employment is spent just maintaining, building out that CRM. So it can kind of do anything, quote unquote, but it takes an enormous amount of resources to make it do what you want to do. Once you have it nailed, it works really well. For us, I'm an independent brokerage also. I'm a team model brokerage. I'm independent. Therefore, I had to kind of create my system, if you will. All the back office systems I run through, you know, through Salesforce, you know. So whether it's commission plans or anniversaries of my agents, or you know, even like some basic accounting stuff, I run all that through there, as well as production reports. I'm able to create that in Salesforce and run it all through there. So.
That's great. So what I was trying to get at here with this intro is that you had this database that you built through relationships and through many years of much hard work, and you made the commitment to build a list of names that you put into a spreadsheet or whatever it was at the time. And then, yeah, you convert over to Salesforce, which shows you the dedication to your database of knowing how to segment and work it, right? So you're a very database-oriented individual. And I'm assuming you have agents and you have your team that's out prospecting and meeting people and doing events, as well as, you know, leads maybe coming online, and you're filtering through those to add people to your database every day. But there came a point where you're like, there's some other ways to grow my database. Maybe I could partner with other people. Now, very few people do this successfully. And I want to take it right there where you had the idea of maybe we should partner. Tell me about that moment and your thoughts behind the concept of partner. And then we're going to go down the path of how you did it and the results from it.
Well, we had a, you know, we've been running a preferred partner program for quite some time. You know, if you know, we have, you know, I kind of look at it like you have several tiers of partners. You know, tier 1 partner would be like, you know, the partners that you need on every single real estate transaction. Your lender partner, your title partner, your insurance partner. You know, those are the folks that you really need to have a part of your team. And I mean, they really are. I mean, they really are part of our team. So my partners, you know, they come to our meetings. They're included in things. I mean, they really feel like we're a part of what we're doing. And the end result is we provide great service to our clients. Tier 2 partners would be like those. They would be like home inspectors. For us, septic repairmen, well drillers, boiler or furnace repairmen, stuff like that. They're maybe partners that you may use throughout the course of an escrow process, throughout the transaction process. So they would stand to benefit from the relationship with us, as well as, I mean, I'll call it like a celebrity endorsement, I guess, if you want. I've got the radio show, and we've got these radio ads and our marketing, and we're meeting with, 500-600 people a year, if not more, to transact business. Be able to say, hey, this is our preferred, air conditioning rep. We don't have air conditioning here, but you get what I'm saying. There's a lot of value to that. So people, and if you look at what people are paying for with marketing, a lot of these business owners, they don't really know how to market. So they'll go spend thousands of dollars in newspaper ads, get nothing, and they just go, well, this marketing stuff really sucks. So, I always tell them, like, in our preferred partner program, if I don't grow your business by at least 15%, the next year's free. I want it to be a win-win. I want you to see this major ROI from being involved with Madden Real Estate. So, that brings us to our third tier partners, and this is where it gets sweet, because these are people that I can't charge you to, like, if you're a pet grooming place, right? Maybe one of our team members goes and has a great experience, or one of our client goes and has a great experience at this pet grooming parlor. I don't even know what they call a pet grooming place, but if they have this great experience, they come back, they go, man, it was just this great experience. They treated me really well. Number one, I've identified that they deliver the same dedication and customer service that we do. So we're probably culturally matched in that. And so if I were to send someone there, they're probably going to have a great experience. So why not go and talk to this business owner? And a lot of times they reach out to us and want to be a part of it because they see what we're doing with other partners. If you come to town, if you're new to town, and we're a very transient environment or market, that is, we have about 75% of our buyers are coming here from somewhere else due to military, oil and gas, and mining industries. So there's a lot of transition. And when you come here, I don't know where to take my dog to get groomed. I don't know where to go shop for outdoor wear or get, winter tires for my car. But when you show up here, I want to have that laid out with partners that are willing to give you this red carpet treatment, VIP service. So that tier 3 level there of those vendors, I can't really charge money for you, but what I can get is I can get value out of the relationship marketing. So we have a series of coupons that we have them give us, and we want it to be an exclusive coupon for our clients, because if it's exclusive, then there's value in it to the client. So if I give you something that's exclusively for you, for some reason there's like more value to that. So restaurants are another thing. Free entree when you purchase 2 or something. I don't know, and have it on there exclusive for Madden Real Estate clients. So if you show up and transact business with us and you're a buyer, you're new to town, we're going to give you a packet with all these coupons. But what I also do through Vyral Marketing is I shoot a quick video of each of these vendors, highlighting why they're one of our preferred partners, and then I have a call to action on the email so that they can download that coupon, and then they actually have, and I have them download it, and then they take it in. They have to print it off, and they have to take it into that establishment, and we average about 200 to 300 downloads of that coupon. Every time we send this off, depending on what the coupon is, of course. But the only thing I ask from that vendor is to, when they're presented with this coupon, that they're giving them red carpet treatment. They talk highly about our company and our service, and then they talk to they train their people on Madden Real Estate. So that's how we've kind of created this army of people that are referring to us, because whether you're a server, a waiter, or the dog grooming person or whatever, the only thing I'm asking for you to do is just talk about how great Madden Real Estate is when they come in there. Or if you're waiting tables or grooming pets, if someone mentions buying or selling real estate, please just let us know. So we get, in my mind, that has kind of helped us as we've grown. We've stayed about 55 to 65% of our business has come from sphere of influence, referrals from past clients, and repeat business. So that's a large, and I look at that as that's my database. That's really my database performing for me. So, when people are emailing me going, man, I really always look forward to my monthly VIP coupon email. I really appreciate you sending that out. Such a cool idea. We just have fun with it. And you're highlighting, here's another thing too. especially in Alaska, we're promoting local. So we primarily look for locally owned businesses. And I'm telling you, if you go and you find local business owners that are fighting, clawing, scratching just like you are, because we're all business owners, right? And you find those guys, they're going through the same challenges as you are, and you say, listen, I want to help support your business. I'm not asking for anything in return other than you just give them the raving fan service that I know that you'll do for my clients. Man, it's cool. And it doesn't really cost them anything other than whatever coupon they want to give them, whatever coupon they want to give us, obviously. But more importantly, it doesn't cost us anything. And I'm telling you, you can create. I've had servers at restaurants defend our honor when they've had like realtors sitting and complaining about us, at lunch. That was one of my stories. I had a lady. I walked in. I didn't even know her name. She was a server, and she said, "Wes, there were 3 realtors in here yesterday, and they were talking so negatively about you." And I just said, I went up to them. I couldn't stand it anymore. I said, you guys, you 3 people should be ashamed of yourselves. You don't have as much character in all of you as Wes does, or something like that. And anyways, I just thought it was special, and I said, wow, here's this lady. I've been nice to her every time I walk in, but it was that relationship that we had with that restaurant where she felt like, hey, these guys are, they're sending business to us. We're in this together, and it's really been great to create a bunch of synergy. And we invite them to our preferred partner luncheons that we hold. We hold 2 of those a year, where we sit down for an hour and a half and just kind of share ideas on business and marketing and what's working, not working.
That's like a mastermind.
Yeah, it really is. You're just creating your little like I said, just a little grassroots army of like-minded business owners that are committed to just running an honorable business and serving their clients with just a ton of gratitude, and it's amazing. It works. We get a lot of mileage out of it.
That's great, man. You want to turn your microphone down on your mic.
Is that all right?
Is that working? A little better. Perfect.
Better.
Yep. So, when you approach a business, how many relationships with businesses do you have right now?
Well, we've got about. Let's see, we probably got about 18 coupons that we have from vendors. We obviously send one out once a month, so we take the most applicable ones, to send out the once a month VIP coupon. So, we'll always take, if you've got if you're willing to, and we kind of just send out the best coupon, to be honest with you. If you give, if it's something that's compelling, like, shoot, I don't know. What are some?
Do you have a website that shows all the vendor relationships you have?
My website is, we're building a new one. I got one. It's okay. You can go to wesmadden.com and we do have a preferred partner list under about us, if you go under the Meet the Team page, it'll say preferred partners on there. So you can see a list of all of our preferred partners. We also have an app. That's one of the things we have. You can download. You can go to the Apple or Google store and download. Just search Madden Real Estate, and the Madden Real Estate Preferred Partners app will come up. It's real simple. It doesn't do a whole lot. I know there's a couple apps out there, but that's a great way to just kind of keep people as that technology develops, and a couple more vendors I think are out there that are developing apps that are focused on that for real estate companies. It's nice for us to say, download the app if you want to know who to call when your boiler goes out. They just go there, and then our vendors right there. So, then
who manages all those relationships?
Well, I did have a director of marketing. We have a lot of turnover in Alaska because people leave. I've had a director of marketing oversee those in the past, which was great. That's when the preferred partner program has grown. Mm-hmm. Right now, it's our director of operations is taking it on, but it's an additional duty for her. It's not, she's not.
You got to keep those relationships alive. Talk to them, right?
Yeah.
Because you're charging them, right? Or no?
The tier 1 and 2 vendors we charge, and then the tier 3 ones we just get spiffs from them for coupons and stuff to share with our people. Got it. Yep.
So you just kind of pick the best coupon of all the ones that are available that month, and email it out to your database.
Yeah.
As a part of the VIP club, which is great. And you track the downloads, and that keeps the relationship alive. I love it.
That's right. Yeah. And then you're reporting back and say, hey, really excited. We've had 250 people download our.
Well, they love it. They're getting free marketing out to your database of homeowners.
Boom.
I mean,
Yeah, I went in, you know, the local taco place. I went there to go have lunch. This guy stands up on a chair and goes, "Hey, everybody, this is Wes Madden. He sold my house, and you know, in 2 days, he's the best. If you're looking for a realtor, you know, hire him."
Is it possible to track business for it, or is it just purely just, you know, people are talking about, you know, it's good?
Yeah, you know, I don't track it because there's other things. I got to track the stuff that I spend money on, but these, you know, I can track how many people have, you know, download the coupon, obviously through the vertical response metrics.
Yep.
But you know, how many people roll in. We just check in with them after, like, a week after we've sent the email, and we just report, hey, did you have a bunch of people come in? And, you know, we had 250 downloads of that coupon. They'd be like, oh yeah, man, we had a rash of people come in. It's been busy all week, you know, so. It's just
dude, that's a lot of value you're bringing to a business.
It's a lot of value. And then go to that business, you know, and then a week later or whatever, go to that business and then talk to the people. It's not just the owner.
There's one more thing you have to do.
What's that?
You gotta get those businesses to send out that magical email to their database.
Right? I know you said that before we got on here, and I've already written it down.
You gotta do it, man. I mean, and here's what I'm saying is, like, so you have relationships with 18 people that probably, if they're, hopefully they have some database too, right? Yep. And you kind of take the first step by saying, hey, I'll mail on my list for a coupon to you. And then you send all this business over to them, and they're like, they love you very much. You say, hey, can I put you in touch with this person in my office? And we want to kind of help you round up your database and send an email out to your database just saying, you know, hey, you know, we like Wes. And then they're going to send them to request a free value report, and that's way you can send some leads into our system.
Right.
You know, I think a phone call and an email, you're away from getting access to their database.
I love it. I love it.
Right. So here's my question. So I guess this is kind of more of a mastermind, if you will, between me and you. Is you know, what's holding you back from maybe paying? What's an entry level salary for an entry level salary go for in Fairbanks?
And yeah, that's where we get killed. I mean, it
has to be high. Is it higher?
Yeah, cost of living is really high up here. So I mean, I got an entry level. You know, 45,000, 50,000 a year, plus bennies.
So say 50 grand a year.
Yeah.
You know, what would it worth? Like, if you hired someone full time to do nothing but build and manage those relationships, and work with those people to mail their lists. I don't know. The ROI would work to spend 50 grand a year for a full time partner manager, but I think you'd be one of the very first people in real estate to ever take it to that level that I know of.
I think so. That's funny that you say that, because we're looking at expanding into another market, just because you know, we've been at 25% market share here for a while in Fairbanks, and we want to, you know, we're looking to branch out and generate more revenue, and expand on what we've already got started. And that's a big part of how we want to expand. A big focus there is actually on that, is really, you know, get out, join Rotary, join the Chamber of Commerce. Yeah, get those mailing lists and put them in there and let everybody know. Listen, I'm going to say, you know, you want them to be receiving your market trends reports from you. You want to be picked as the, you know, as the real estate expert. You know, I tell people all the time. I got U.S. senators and U.S. congressmen that call me, want to know. You know, they call me when they want to know what's happening with the Alaska real estate market. You know, and that's, I mean, if you're listening, you want to be that realtor for your, you know, local state reps. So
you also mastermind, and you bring them all together twice a year to build relationships. Yeah. So you get all 18 people together for like a dinner or something twice a year?
No, we do it really easy. We do a lunch. You know, I don't make it any more than, you know, I just tell them, you know, hour and a half. Bring your ahas that you've had over the last quarter. You know, and we talk about. We usually send out an agenda of what we want them to bring, and I'll usually talk about, you know, the last mastermind that I went to. You know, whether it's the Vyral Mastermind or a rate mastermind, or, you know, if you're a franchise and you went somewhere, you probably took copious notes that were really helpful, that totally translate to other businesses. You know, well, one of my, you know, I mean, you just look at some of these businesses that you're surrounding yourselves with, they don't go through the type of training that we do. They don't get access to some of the, you know, business marketing, sales training that we go to. Share that stuff with them, and you end up like, you know, these fellow business owners just, you know, they respect the heck out of you. So you're building rapport with them, and then they're able to go back and implement some of those things with their business. That's what we should all be doing, helping each other, helping fellow small business owners out, right?
That's great. You know, one of the books that one of the books that changed my life and really helped me build Vyral Marketing is Jay Abraham's book, How to Get Everything Out of All You Got, or something like that.
Yeah.
And I bought everything that like Jay Abraham teaches, and he's really about like strategic partnerships. If I could probably sum up expert positioning and strategic partnerships. And if I had to, if I had to start real estate from scratch, and I want to start it from scratch, I would do a lot of what you're doing, Wes. I would go to local businesses in the communities I want to serve. I would have my database one be very big, right? But as I got something, I would offer a coupon. I would create a video with them or whatever it may be. And I would start working those referral relationships, at least create the content for my database. One thing I just wanted to kind of just talk to you about maybe is this podcasting. Just to kind of throw an idea at you, and for anyone watching, is just to kind of take this idea of co-marketing further from the 18 that you have, which is incredible what you have and is working great. But what if you created something like the, Alaska or Fairbanks Business Spotlight? A couple times a month, you did a phone interview with a business owner for 15, 20, 30 minutes, whatever, about a little bit about their business, but more importantly, like, problems that they know the solutions to, they can help the community. So you'd have someone reaching on your behalf as your PR firm, right? Saying that you run this podcast. They book you on your show. You just do the phone call. They get to know you. I'm Wes. Now you have this podcast, right? And that's great content that you put on your website and everything else online. And then your partner manager, right now you're an operations person, your partner manager follows up and says, hey, by the way, we have this partner program. We have this tier 3. We want to send a coupon out. Could we talk about it? They go on the appointment and they get them involved in your partner program. Yeah. If you ran that as a podcast and you had someone a little more dedicated to that, you could ramp this up into something quite incredible. And I think you're one of the few people positioned well to do that.
I was really lucky because I'm in a market where media is extremely cheap. So I'm able to, I'm able to have I got a radio show. I don't even want to say what I pay for the radio show, but I literally have, 12:30 to 1 o'clock on one of 3 major AM radio stations here in town.
Once a week?
Yeah, once a week. So every Friday, and that's what I'm doing is doing that. And I got, I do it on an iHeartRadio station. So what they do is they
probably turn into a podcast.
Yeah.
So it's the same concept. You have a show, you're booking the guest, your PR person, the best way to position that, books the guest for you. They show up, you interview them, you start the relationship, and then you hand them over to your partner manager. And now you show them some value by creating a coupon little video out to your database, and then quid pro quo, they can promote you to theirs. That would probably be one of the fastest ways. And I think just from my own knowledge, as I see the world of marketing shift of like, you have all this content, SEO, there's so many people publishing content for search rank. And like, there's so many people bidding up the prices of pay-per-click, and you're going to see so much more clutter on Facebook as they sell more and more ads, right? Yep. Partner relationships, man. And I'm very passionate about this because it's how we built Vyral. I had to pick a path, and I chose the same path you are for a minute. Much of it was.
Well, it's more fun. I think if you like creating great relationships and surrounding yourself with people who are positive solution based and kind of everyone like this synergy where everyone's moving in the same direction, gosh, it's fun when you start building that, and you've got when you have other business owners in other markets, that are kind of sharing in what you're doing. It's cool. And I love it when they take something that we're doing and they implement it in their business. And
it helps them grow. Yeah. It's like you basically, you're starting your own coaching company is what it is. Like a side coaching business that you run for all the local other businesses in town. And in return for your free coaching and advice, they refer you clients.
Right. Well, our insurance company that's a partner, she's been a partner with us for going on 6 years. But when we first started, I said, I did the whole thing. I said, if I don't grow your business by 15%, I'll, next year's free, but whatever. Well, we got 3 months into it, and I called and checked in on her, and she said, this just isn't working. This isn't working for me. I don't know. I'm going to cancel. I said, well, I'll tell you what, let me come out. I need to see your shop. I want to meet your people, and I want to look over your processes. Well, what was happening was we were delivering her a lead, but her salespeople, the way the lead was coming in, it was just an at-bat. What you do with it is up to you. Well, what happened was her scripts, her processes and her scripts were, they They were terrible. What I didn't know about the insurance industry was that you didn't make a whole lot of money on a homeowner's insurance policy. You especially don't make a lot of money on a condo policy. You know, so I had to figure out, like, okay, where is the money in insurance? So I really had to kind of learn our industry, and so I allowed her to use us and use the relationship that I already had with the client to upsell the client to get them into other products that would have value to the client. So it's like, hey, listen, I talked to Wes, and he authorized me to talk, you know, to talk to you about this exclusive program we got going on for Madden real estate, you know, buyers. Do you mind?
She loves that.
Yeah, do you have 5 minutes for me to quote out a group policy? Yeah, Wes has got this, you know, we were able to negotiate a group rate for you guys. I mean, so have fun with it. And that's where, I mean, she didn't even think about it, but now that she's doing that, it's been like the best, it's probably the best piece of marketing that she does.
It's partnerships, and it requires a different way of thinking with your mind, isn't it? It's like a different way of approaching the problem a little more abstractly, of how to get the business through somebody else, as opposed to you getting it yourself.
Yeah.
Look at you, Marcus Lemonis, on the profit around town.
The bar's set pretty low in Fairbanks, Alaska. Okay, man. It's like, we got this saying in Alaska. You know, it's like, it's so bad it's good, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so it's easy for you to take the standards that you learn all around the country with all the other top people, and you're just, yeah, I can see you just be way up here on your. I mean, I'm telling you, man, you're going to start basically like your own little coaching business. So I just, when it comes from the partner relationships, you have what's called, what do you call it? Your preferred service provider? What's the title for this whole thing?
It's a preferred partner program. The actual mailing list, it's the VIP client program.
VIP client program. Everyone that you know gets into it, right?
Yeah, I mean, you start off the email. You're like, hey, if you're receiving this email, you're on our VIP client program, and this month's preferred vendor is you know, Auto Trim Design. You know, Auto Trim Design. I'm just looking at my list here. Auto Trim Design. You know, if you're going outside to start your car with a, you know, in the cold when it's 40 below. Yeah, these guys, Auto Trim Design. These guys put auto starts on your car. We actually have these. So you're in your bed. You can roll over, click a button, and your car starts out there to warm up, right?
Yeah.
So if it's your first winter, and I send that email out, you know, and so this is another thing too, is you ask the vendor, like, when's your slow time? When would you ideally want to get that email? Because hey, in December, everyone's going to Auto Trim Design, you know, to go get an auto start on their car.
They want a slow month.
Right. So they want to lead it. They're like, hey, send that out in October before it gets cold. That way we start getting those jobs in there. And, you know, so that's another way when you're staggering the coupons, stagger them so that it makes sense season. If
someone's interested in opting into this to get your promos to kind of see them, where would they go?
You know, you go to our website and log in and
just go play buyer lead with you.
Yeah, play buyer lead. Yeah, play buyer lead with me.
What's your buyer lead site?
You can go to fairbanksakhomesearch.com. You can also go to wesmadden.com as well. We got 2 buyer lead sites there.
Cool. Okay. What else makes your partner program successful?
Never being satisfied with where it's at. You know, I think you should always be building on it. You know, I got it to where, I'll tell you what I did do was I just never could make it a priority to like build all these things out, right, and really come up with a system. What I did do is I went up to the University of Alaska Fairbanks, and once a semester I go up there and I guest teach a marketing class up there, which is always really rewarding. I talk to all these college kids and that are business majors or marketing majors, and we talk about what we do, and you see their heads like just explode with what we do. And they're
what a great recruiting opportunity.
Oh, it's huge. I pull a recruit or two. I pull business. I mean, I pull leads out of there every time because
you guest speak. How did you? Let me go a little deeper on that. How did you land that?
You know, through Rotary Chamber. I mean, I'm engaged in philanthropy with a lot of the faculty up there, and the School of Management up at UAF. The dean was like, "Hey, would you like to come up and be a guest speaker? I mean, we see what you're doing. It'd really be great to kind of, for the students to see somebody who's actually doing the things that we're teaching in the class in the local market." So I was like, oh, well, I'll just come up with a fun class that, like I said, blows their minds, that opens their mind to what's possible out there. And better yet, I'm able to talk to them about the opportunity within my business, which is actually ran like a business. So they don't even know this opportunity exists because they think, when they think real estate, they think of, Aunt Betty who happened to do, real estate on the side when wasn't like a professional, wasn't really running their business. Like, nothing against the Aunt Bettys that are out there, but, weren't really running their
You're running
business
as a true business, not as
right.
like a part-time thing or whatever.
Right. We actually have a marketing division. We actually have, like leadership positions within the company, which these business majors think, exists. But, a lot of them are in corporate world, and in corporate world doesn't really work for everybody. You could be in a smaller, more entrepreneurial, agile company like ours. I mean, it's pretty exciting. So anyways, so yeah, we did that, and they had, I was able to form a, oh geez, it was, I called it, what did I call them? I called them the A team. I don't know. We had fun with it, but I basically got the best marketing students, 5 of them. We did a project. They got credit for it, and the project was to create the contact all the our tier 3 preferred partners and basically set up the entire program.
God, that's a great idea.
They did all the calls. They did they made all the coupons. They made they had it all ready for me to shoot the videos. They figured out the scheduling of everybody, and
that's a great idea.
they did it
That's
all.
how the partner program should run. You should, man, getting some type, like a college type of intern could totally pull off like the management of a partner program, because it's free. I mean, there's not very high standard at charging to your tier 3 people, and all they're doing is just reaching out saying, hey, can we promote you to our database? Who's going to say no to that, right? You just have all the basic administrative systems and the basic handling of the relationship to get it done, right? Yep. And like I said, all you do is, after they agree to be a part of your, tier 3 partners, all you do is just sit at your desk and record a video about them. I'm sure you learn about their business and try out their business, but you record a endorsement video of some caliber. And that's all you have to do, right? Or you invite them on your show, to your radio show.
Yep. Yeah. And what's nice is what I've started doing is knocking out multiple birds with one stone, so it's like I can have them on the radio show, which ties into our viral video of the month, that we're blasting out to everybody, whatever that subject may be, whatever correlates with that vendor's topic. And then we're doing the coupon thereafter. So you can kind of knock all those things out all at one shot, and be very efficient with it. And that's where, that's kind of where that's the next step for our coordination with the program.
Well, but, yeah, I'm thinking with Vyral, my head's kind of spinning actually, because, I could hire, Vyral can be in many ways the matchmaker on some level. I'm just thinking this through, that is, I could have those people here that would find them, handle the emails, because the people that may become good clients for Vyral that are actually your partners. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, what we do, I mean, we're so blessed to be doing what we're doing. I mean, when it comes to like marketing and sales, does it get any more fun than real estate? I mean, it's like, it's a blast. I mean, it's, so.
Well, you have what everyone wants. You have the contact information of all local homeowners.
Right.
That's really, you ultimately hold that asset, and that's why so many people like to partner with a real estate professional. I think it's fantastic, man.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if there's anything else that has to do with co-marketing relationships. What about for your videos? Have you thought about maybe doing like more detailed business spotlight videos, or inviting people into your videos to go to your database and be involved with them in your content?
Yeah, in fact, I the one of the things I'd like to do is shoot I want to have a library of just educational videos housed on YouTube, which would then be displayed on my website, answering all the questions that we all field every day, all the time, from all of our clients. Like, it's the same conversation you're having over and over and over, right? How does this work? What's this thing do? What do I do if this goes? It's like, so really identifying all of those questions that you have. Yeah, and then sitting down with an expert. Here people move up here and they see like you're on wells and septic systems, and that could be kind of apprehensive. Well, it's if you just sit down and sit down with like a septic installer or a septic test engineer, and have them explain how it all works, now you have that. Now it's a video. Now you're leveraging yourself with the system and technology, so that I don't necessarily, you can say, hey, I know you got questions about the septic. Here's a link to some of our videos, and then the client can like educate themselves instead of you having.
It also trains your staff to
Absolutely.
be able to have the answers to that too. When you have a lot of turnover, is having that library And one of the thing I was taught to do this is we recorded a lot of our new business consultations when someone's interested in working with us. If you're interested in working with us,
Yeah.
we talk to you and answer your questions, and we ask permission to record the call. Well, we record like 40 different calls, and then I had them transcribed, or had someone listen through to write down like all the questions. And then we organized the questions, what they all were. We came up with all these questions that are asked all the time on the calls. And then on our website, we have an FAQ tab, and they're all answered right there for you.
Yeah.
And it's not even really for the customer, more or less. It's for our team. So whoever you ask here at the company, as we grow, you get the same answer.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I like that. By the way, if you're looking for really good transcription, rev.com, REV, awesome. $1 a minute, 24-hour turnaround. I send them like long audios of stuff all the time that I need to figure out the information from, and they turn around and having it transcribed, and I can get the information I need within 24 hours. Love those guys. I use Rev like every week. rev.com. They also caption your videos too. So, like when you're seeing a video on your Facebook feed and it plays, but like you don't have the audio on, right? You kind of want some captions down because Facebook wants to see captions in the videos. They'll caption your video for $1 a minute. So if you have a 2-3 minute video, $2-3 gets you a caption, and they're accurate. Wow. Not that they should be a partner of ours.
There you go, man.
Right? So that's good, man. So I don't have any other questions on this. I know that we really niched in the topic today, as far as talking about how to really kind of leverage a good co-marketing program. I think we got a lot of good ideas from this Hangout. I want to say thank you to that, Wes. There's other events. I'm sure if you Google Wes Madden on YouTube, he's been interviewed probably many more times on topics much wider in scope beyond what we're going to talk about today, as far as how in the world he built such an amazing real estate team up in the middle of Fairbanks. He's a wealth of knowledge, and I highly recommend that if you're thinking about working for Wes, or you're thinking about getting into real estate, or maybe you're on this and you're thinking about you're moving to Fairbanks to get a job, whatever it may be, talk to Wes. He's an amazing person to work for. We work for him every day here at Vyral. He's great. And if you're in real estate anywhere else in the country or world, I recommend you check out any other videos that he's recorded and interviews he's done. He's a very knowledgeable individual that knows how to help someone succeed in real estate. So Wes, I appreciate your time today and want to say thank you.
Thanks, Frank, and for everything that you guys do. I really appreciate it.
Cool. Thank you very much.